Hello, this is Josh with Court Reserve, and this video is going to go over court waitlisting. If you have any questions on this feature, we do have an article on it in our knowledge base right here. And you can also reach out to our live chat team if you have any questions on this feature. That's going to be over on this green button in the top right corner. So court waitlisting is going to be an add-on. So to enable this, we'll want to go over to settings on the sidebar. And then if we scroll down, this will be on the last row, add-ons right here. We'll want to click on manage add-ons. And this is going to be one of the add-ons that we can enable here. So once we click enable, we're going to have to agree to this disclosure right here. And then we are going to be able to set this up. All right, so now we are on the setup page. The first setting here is going to be the waitlisting type. Right now, we only have one type that's available, but we do have two other types that will be coming soon. The first waitlisting type here is going to be any on waitlist plus viewing scheduler. What this means is that any person on the waitlist or anyone that's viewing the scheduler online is going to have the opportunity to book this open spot. People on the waitlist are going to be notified of its availability, but it is not going to be guaranteed. So when that spot opens up, it's going to be first come, first serve. The members that are on the waitlist aren't necessarily prioritized in getting the opportunity to book that open spot. The second waitlisting type, one by one waitlist. What this type is going to do is if there is that spot that opens up, it's going to offer it to the waitlisted players in the order that they joined. So the players will have X amount of minutes to book their reservation on that spot before it is offered to the next person on the waitlist. The last waitlisting type, all waitlist at the same time. If there is an open spot, it's going to offer it to all waitlisted players at the same time. And then from there, that spot will be first come, first serve for the players on the waitlist. And they'll have a certain amount of minutes where they'll need to accept or decline that offer before it is opened up to the general public. So for now, we'll only have this one waitlisting type. So once we check that off, the next setting here is going to be allow players on the member portal /app to register to the waitlist. If this setting is checked, this is going to allow members to join the waitlist from the member portal or from the app. If this is unchecked, then players are not going to be able to waitlist themselves. This would only be available from the admin side. If we allow players to join the waitlist from the member portal and we check the setting, it's going to give us a few more settings that we can set up here. So the next one is going to be allow player to waitlist when desired court type is available. If this setting is checked and a court of that specific type they're trying to book for is available, players will be able to add themselves to the waitlist. So, for example, if this is checked and I have 4 hard courts, if only one of those hard courts is booked, it's going to allow the member to still join the waitlist for the hard court type. If this is unchecked and I have 4 courts and only one of them is booked, it's not going to allow the member to join the waitlist until all 4 of those hard courts are booked up. So this setting basically is going to allow members to join the waitlist if only one of those courts in that specific court type is booked. The next setting is going to be display number of players currently waiting on the member portal. If this is checked, then players on the member portal will not be able to see who else is on the wait list. They will only see a number of people that are currently on the wait list. If this is unchecked, players on the member portal are not going to be able to see if there are any other players that are waiting on this court. The next setting is going to be apply membership booking rules / restrictions to court waitlist. If we check this off here, this is going to allow players to be added to the waitlist for a court, even if they haven't met their booking rules set for their membership. So if we check this off, those restrictions don't apply until they're actually trying to book the reservation that they are on the waitlist for. The next setting is going to be preventing the waitlist X amount of hours out. This will disable the waitlist at a certain time period prior to that desired reservation time. And this setting applies to the member portal only. So the admin side can still add players within this time period. Next, we will just want to choose the eligible courts that you want to offer the waitlist for. So if there are only certain courts that you want to apply the waitlist for, we can go in here and just pick and choose which courts are going to be eligible for the waitlist. After you have set these settings up, this page does not have a save button. Everything is going to be automatically updated in real time, so no need to click save here. Once you set everything up, we'll be ready to go. Another thing that I'll point out while we're here is that you also do have the ability to set up waitlisting on a custom scheduler level. So say you have a specific membership and the Court Waitlisting is going to be one of those perks that membership gets. What we can also do is turn off the ability for waitlisting on an overall level. And then let me jump over to a custom scheduler. So say we have a premium membership and that is the only membership that is going to have the ability to use Court Waitlisting. Once we turn it off on an overall level, we can go into a specific custom scheduler. And now on the bottom of this page, there is going to be a Court Waitlisting window and we can override the waitlisting settings. So if we turn it off on an overall level, and we override it specifically for this premium membership custom scheduler, then only the premium membership would have the ability to actually waitlist from the member portal. All right, now that we have gone over the setup and the different ways that you can apply a waitlist, I'll jump over to an admin scheduler, show you what this looks like from the admin side, and then I'll show you what it looks like from the member side. So once we have Court Waitlisting enabled, you will now see a new waitlist column on the left side of the scheduler. It's going to be in between the times and that first court that you have in your organization. If you want to hide this waitlist column, we can do that by clicking the filter button in the top right. And we are going to have a hide waitlist setting here. So if you don't want to see that from the admin side, we can always turn that off. From the admin side, if we want to waitlist a player, we'll just want to click on the waitlist player button. From here, we'll be able to pick the reservation type that the member wants to book. We'll be able to pick the duration type. So we're going to have two different options here. We're going to have a specific time or a flexible duration type. So if the member is looking for specifically a reservation at 1 p.m. today, we can pick the specific time. If the member is maybe a little more flexible with it, maybe they're just looking for a 2-hour reservation from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. today. We'll be able to also use the flexible duration type. Next, we'll just want to select the player for the reservation. And then we can choose the court type. And then from the admin side, we'll be able to pick a specific court that was booked. This is only going to show from the admin side. From the member portal, members are only going to be able to pick a court type, but not a specific court. Once we have all that information filled in, we can hit the save button. And then when we click on the one waiting, we'll be able to see all of those different members that are on the wait list. And we can create that reservation for them from that waitlist view. So now I'll jump over to the member portal and show you what this looks like for members. So from the member view, it's going to be pretty similar. There's going to be that Court Waitlist column that shows in between the times on the scheduler and that first court. If the member wants to join the waitlist, they'll just need to click the Join Waitlist button. From here, they'll be able to pick that court type, but again, not that specific court like you can do on the admin side. They'll be able to pick if there's another family member that they're wanting to join to the wait list. And then they can pick the reservation type here. And then they'll also be able to pick that duration type. So if they're looking for a specific time, or if they are a little more flexible with when they're looking for that availability, they can set that up as well. And then once we hit the save button, we will now be added to the waitlist. Once you are added to the waitlist, there is going to be an edit waitlist button where we can either withdraw from the waitlist or we can join the waitlist for other family members. If the waitlist is enabled and we are allowing members to join the waitlist, there's now going to be a new tab under the My Reservations page. So now under My Reservations, there is going to be a waitlist tab. And from here, they'll be able to withdraw from the waitlist they have been added to. When the court becomes available, players on the waitlist will be notified with a system notification. I'll put on the page what that reservation notification will look like here, but they'll be able to either reserve now and finalize that reservation, or they can remove themselves from the waitlist if they are no longer interested directly from that system notification. All right, so if that court is now available for the member and they can now book that reservation from the waitlist, if we go from the waitlist on the admin side and click create reservation, all of that information that they added during the waitlist window page is going to be auto generated on this page here. So that reservation type, the duration that they were looking for, and that specific court if they were added to the waitlist from the admin side. From the member side, it's going to work the same way. So if they click that reserve now hyperlink from the notification, all of that information that they filled out when they joined the waitlist will be auto-generated, and they will be able to just click save and finalize that reservation. Some additional things to note here is if we go to the waitlist player page from the admin side, there is going to be an audit log here. The audit log will show when a member joined the waitlist, when that court became available, if there was a notification that was sent out, and then players will be removed from the audit log when that reservation is made. So if I go in here, finalize that, there will now be no information on that audit log once that reservation was created from the waitlist. There also are some maximums for the number of players that can be added to a specific slot. So for each waitlist slot that we have here, there's going to be a maximum of 25 players per slot. And with that, each player is only going to have the ability to be active on 100 waitlist spots at a time. All right, and that goes over court waitlisting. Again, we do have an article that goes over this feature on the knowledge base right here. And you can also reach out to our team if you have any additional questions on this by going over to our live support. That's going to be this green button in the top right corner.